Today we're showing you a modified version of our corner drum lifter. This unit has a built-in weighing system for weighing the drum and its contents. It's an ATEX machine, so it's an ATEX weigh system with an ATEX lifter. First of all, we lift our catch up to the height above the drum. We then push the unit forwards until our catch is over the top of the drum, and then we have a lowering handle on the rear here, which we twist anti-clockwise to lower the gripper down onto the top lip of the drum. We lower it down, and once it's engaged, we visually check that it's engaged and it looks all good from my point of view. We then stand behind the unit. This is also a pump handle, so we use this to pump the drum up. We want to use nice big lift strokes, so we stand back, keep our back straight and pump the handle like so. We don't need to lift it too high, we simply need to lift it a few inches off the pallet. Once clear of the pallet, we can pull our pump handle down and use this to manoeuvre the unit and the drum. So we'll move this alongside the pallet and place it down. Before we place it down, on the weigh scale here, we started off at 0 kilograms. We've now got 173.2 kilograms, and this system is accurate to 0.1 kilograms or 100 grams. So we're going to lower the drum down. We want to lower down enough until the gripper becomes loose, and once the gripper is loose, we lift our top hook off and pull the unit away. Now on our display we've got 0.0 kilograms because we've placed the drum on the floor. So again, we've got our catch lifted above the drum. We push the unit forwards towards the Mauser plastic drum. Once the catch is above it, we use our lowering handle on the rear to lower the gripper down and engage it onto the top lip. We just need to lower it down enough that this bottom toggle, so that's this piece on the bottom lip, this is going beneath the lip of the drum. I'm happy it's well engaged. Again, stand behind the unit, straight back, and we pump the handle. Once we're clear of the pallet, we can move the drum back and position it wherever we need to go. So we'll move it around and place it down here. And lift our catch clear and pull the unit away. We're now looking at the catch and the rack of this unit. The catch or gripper at the top here moves vertically up and down depending on the height of drum you need to handle. To move the height of this gripper, we simply take this pin in the centre, pull it out and remove it from the unit. We can then hold the bottom of the catch and the top and lift it out of these hook positions and lower it down to a new position. When we're happy with the position, we slot it in and it locks in like so. So depending on the drum height, we can move this back up or back down. Once we've settled on a position, we take our pin, we've got a hole here in the centre, we simply slot it back in place. Catch is now locked in that position. The top hook here, which is the bit that pivots and locks over the top of the drum, this is also adjustable for different drum types and different lip designs, so drums all have different designs on the top edge. To adjust this, we have a second pin at the back, so we hold the top hook, we remove the pin, and the top hook and the pin come out. We can then refit this in a different hole, so in this instance I'm going to put it in the furthest forward hole, and we've now changed the setting of the catch. In the instruction manual there's more details on the different settings and what drums they're best suited for. This current setting is for a Mauser drum, which is a blue plastic drum with a black lid. We're going to pick up a 220 litre Mauser shortly, so I'm going to move the catch into a higher position because the drum's about 1 metre tall. Again, refit our pin, like so. And the bottom here we also have a foot plate or kick plate. This is for use with steel drums, so 200 litre open top or tight head drums. When we're handling plastic drums, we can fold this up out of the way. We're now looking at the battery pack supplied with the unit. This is an ATEX battery pack and an ATEX display. We can remove the battery pack from the unit because this must be charged in a safe area outside of your ATEX zone. We supply a mains power adapter that can be used to charge this from a standard wall socket. To fit the battery, we have a cable here. We drop the cable down the back and we load the battery into a holster behind the display. You'll then see poking at the bottom, we have our battery cable and our display cable, and these are hot mate connectors, meaning that these can be connected and disconnected in an ATEX area. We slot these together and align the pins. We then twist to lock it into place. This also clips up underneath the display to make sure it's out of the way and for safekeeping. To switch on our display, we press the power key and it boots up. We then have 0.0 kilograms because we've currently got no drum lifted. So we'll lift the drum here. I'm going to move the unit forward and lower down the gripper. Then going to pump to raise the drum up off the floor. So we've got a partially filled drum of water here. You can see we've got 113 kilograms. The drum's moving slightly as the liquid moves back and forth. So it takes a moment to steady. You can see it's steadying here around 113.6 or 0.7 kilograms. The system is accurate to 0.1 kilograms or 100 grams. And if we wanted to take material out of a drum, so if we wanted to dispense or pump material out, we can press the tar button to set the display to 0. If we were to then pump material out of a drum, this would go into negative and we could measure off 10 kilograms, 20 kilograms, however much we need for our process. To turn off the display, again we press the power key. This will turn off the display and preserve the battery life.